If you have any amount of debt to pay off, you're probably wondering what the best debt elimination strategy is that will get you back in the positive in the fastest time frame possible. In the United States, debt has been skyrocketing year after year, with personal consumer debt surpassing $4 trillion in 2019, which means that Americans could be doing a much better job when it comes to paying down their debts. In this video, I'm going to share with you one of the quickest methods of paying down your debt, the debt avalanche method. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button below for more informative content. You're probably asking yourself, what is the debt avalanche method? Do I need to be able to ski? Will it be cold? The debt avalanche method is a strategy of paying off what you owe by prioritizing loans and credit card balances with the highest interest rates. You see, while it sucks to have to look at a huge debt balance every time you check your bank balance, what's worse is paying annoying interest charges. At least when you accumulate debt by buying goods and services, you get value out of those things, but interest charges are zero value added expenses. Therefore, the goal of the debt avalanche is to minimize the amount of interest you pay, allowing you to put more money towards paying off the principal, which in turn will allow you to be debt-free much sooner than if you were to use other strategies like the debt snowball. Now that you have a good idea of the principles behind this debt elimination strategy, let's now get into exactly how you can set up your debts to be able to pay them down as fast as possible. Step number 1, list out all your debts. On a piece of paper or an Excel spreadsheet, list out each one of your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest. This could include anything from money you owe to your brother, to credit card debt, and even your car loan, just to name a few. An important point to note is that you are trying to arrange your debts from the ones with the highest interest rate and not the highest interest charge. While a large balance with a smaller interest rate may be costing you more money every month than the one with the highest interest rate, in principle, having the loan with the highest interest rate still outstanding is the most costly. Step number 2, make all your minimum payments. After you've listed out all your debts from the highest to lowest interest rates, it's now time to write down each of their respective minimum payments. Every month, it is critical that you make the minimum payments on each one of your debts, as missing payments will not only increase your debt, but will also affect your credit score. In fact, being just 30 days late on a payment can reduce your credit score by up to 100 points, making getting a future mortgage or even a job that much harder. As a best practice, set up a reminder in your phone to make each one of your payments, because oftentimes life can get busy, and having a reminder means one less thing you have to worry about. Step number 3, pay down extra on your highest rate debt. Now that you've set up your debt listing and have made all your minimum payments, it's now time to really get the debt avalanche rolling. In order to do this, what you'll want to do is put any disposable income you have towards your highest interest rate debt. And if you're thinking to yourself, I wish I had extra disposable income, then it's time to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Most people have more free time than they think, and one of the best ways to use this time is to make more money. This could be in the form of taking on more shifts at work or picking up side projects. No matter what this extra work looks like, the key is to funnel all that extra income towards your highest interest rate debt, allowing you to pay it off as fast as possible. Step number 4, keep the avalanche rolling. At this point, you're making solid progress at paying down your debts by prioritizing them and earning extra cash to put towards them. Within no time, you'll be able to stroke off the first debt on your list, allowing you to begin focusing your attention on the second one. In order to keep the avalanche rolling, you will need to do 3 things. Continue to make the minimum payments on each debt, earn extra income, and finally add all previous debts' minimum payments to your new monthly debt contribution. So for instance, if the debt you just paid off had a $200 minimum payment, you will add that amount to the minimum payment contribution on your next highest debt, creating an avalanche effect of a much greater payment. And this larger payment, when compounded with extra income you're earning, will make your debt load evaporate in no time. Now, let's jump into my computer and go over a demonstration of how this process works. Alright, so let's assume that we have some debt to pay off, and the debts are the following. We have a credit card debt, we have a personal loan, we have a private student loan, we have an auto loan, and finally we have a medical office bill. And the balance for the credit card is $16,000, and that one has a rate of 17% interest. Furthermore, we have the personal loan, which has a $2,000 balance and has a 7% interest rate. Furthermore, we have the private student loan at $13,000 at 5%, the auto loan at $21,000 at 4.75%, And finally, the medical office bill is $1,300 and there's absolutely no interest attached to it. So now let's say that we have an extra $150 available each and every month to put towards our debt. Which loan should we pay off first? Well, before we get into that, I'm going to fill out what the minimum payment is for each one of our debts, and then we'll go from there. As you already know, when you're using the debt avalanche method, you're going to want to pay the debt that has the highest interest rate attached to it. And any extra money that you're going to put towards your debt will also go towards that balance. So in this circumstance, we have the credit card that has a $16,000 balance, and it has a 17% interest rate, which is higher than any of our other debts. This means that we're going to be making our minimum payments on all of our debts every month, but when it comes to our credit card, we're going to make that minimum payment of $480, and then we're going to add the extra $150 to it every single month until it's paid down. Now, after paying off your credit card, that minimum payment goes away, so that $480 is going to be gone. This means that you're going to have even more cash flow available each and every month to put towards your debt. So the $630 you were paying to your credit card company can now go towards your personal loan, which is the loan with the second highest interest rate. As a result, you pay $669.60, which is the $630 that you've previously been paying, plus you required $39.60 as well. This larger payment will have that balance paid off in absolutely no time. So the next thing you're going to do is fold what you are paying on the personal loan into your additional payments, so you'll pay an additional $669.60 per month on your student loan. The total amount you send to your loan servicer is $853.34, which is the $669.60 plus your required $183.74. So effectively what you're doing is each previous payment is being added to the minimum payment for the next debt you're paying off. And as you continue to compound or avalanche your payments, you will soon become debt free. Thanks for watching. If you want to go from the life you have to the life you deserve, then hit the subscribe button below.